My name is Sophia. I am 32 years old. My story is about my husband, Tom, and it is about a secret that changed my whole life. Tom and I lived in a small house with a blue door. Our street was quiet. Old trees lined the sidewalks. In the spring. Pink flowers bloomed on those trees. Our life was like that street, quiet, pretty, and calm. We were married for 7 years. I thought they were happy years. Tom worked for a big company. His job was important. He designed computer software. He was smart and worked very hard. His job required him to travel sometimes. He would go to other cities for a few days, for meetings, for conferences. This was normal for us. When Tom was home, our life was simple and comfortable. In the mornings, I made coffee. He liked his coffee black with no sugar. He would read the news on his tablet. I would sit with him, drinking my tea with milk. We didn't talk much in the morning. It was a comfortable silence, the silence of two people who knew each other well. Or so I thought. In the evenings, he would tell me about his day at work, about difficult problems he solved. I was proud of him. He was good at his job. I worked part-time at a local bookstore. I loved books. I loved the smell of old paper. My job was quiet, just like my life. We had dreams together. We wanted to buy a bigger house one day, a house with a big garden. Tom wanted to grow vegetables. I wanted to plant roses. Red roses and yellow roses. We talked about this dream often. It felt real. It felt close. A few weeks ago, Tom came home with news. "Sophia," he said, smiling, "I have to go on a work trip next week." "Oh? Where to this time?" I asked. I was used to this. "Chicago," he said. "There is a big tech conference. It's for 5 days." Chicago. He had been to Chicago before for work. It sounded normal. "Okay," I said. "I will miss you." "I will miss you too," he said. He kissed my forehead. His kiss felt normal. Everything felt normal. The days before his trip were busy. I helped him prepare. I did his laundry. I ironed his shirts. He needed nice shirts for the conference. I folded his clothes carefully and placed them in his suitcase. He packed his laptop, his important papers, and his work phone. It was the same routine every time he traveled. One afternoon, 2 days before his trip, I was cleaning the house. I picked up his winter coat from the chair. He wore it the day before. It needed to go to the dry cleaners. As I held it, I felt something in the pocket. Something stiff, like paper. I thought maybe it was a receipt or a business card. I put my hand inside the pocket to take it out. It was not a receipt. It was a folded piece of paper, an airline ticket. I smiled. Maybe it was an old ticket from a past trip. I unfolded it. My smile disappeared. The ticket was not old. The date was for next week. The same days he was going to Chicago. But the destination was not Chicago. My eyes read the word, again and again. Lisbon, Portugal. Lisbon? My heart started to beat a little faster. Why did he have a ticket to Lisbon? His company had no office in Lisbon. He had never mentioned Lisbon. The conference was in Chicago. He said Chicago. I felt confused. My mind tried to find an explanation. A simple explanation. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe the travel agent made a mistake. But the ticket had his name on it, Thomas Miller. And the dates were correct. My hand started to shake a little. I looked at the ticket again. I saw something else. It wasn't just one ticket. There were two tickets folded together. I carefully separated them. The first ticket was for Thomas Miller. The second ticket was for Isabella Rossi. Isabella Rossi. The name was like a stone dropping into a calm lake. Who was Isabella Rossi? I had never heard that name before. It was not a name from his company. It was not a name of any of our friends. My whole body felt cold. I sat down on the chair. The blue coat was on my lap. The two tickets were in my hand. Lisbon. Isabella. The quiet house suddenly felt too quiet. The silence was not comfortable anymore. It was heavy, full of questions. Who was Isabella? Why were they going to Lisbon? Why did he lie to me about Chicago? My mind started to race. I thought about the past few months. Had there been signs? Small things I did not notice? Now, thinking back, maybe there were. He had been more protective of his phone lately. He would turn it over when I entered the room. He had been working late more often. He said it was a big project. I believed him. I always believed him. I thought about our conversations. They felt more distant. He seemed tired. I thought it was work stress. Now I wondered, was it something else? Was he tired of me? Tears started to fill my eyes, but I blinked them away. I could not cry. Not yet. I needed to think. What should I do? Should I confront him? Should I show him the tickets and ask him? My heart wanted to scream at him. My heart was broken. But my mind was scared. If I asked him, my world might fall apart. The quiet, pretty life we built. It could all disappear. I made a decision. A very difficult decision. I would not say anything. Not yet. I carefully folded the two tickets. I put them back in his coat pocket. Exactly as I found them. I would pretend I didn't know. I would watch him. I needed to know the truth, but I wanted to see how far the lie would go. That evening, Tom came, home from work. He smiled at me. "Hello, love," he said. I tried to smile back. My smile felt fake. "Hi, Tom. How was your day?" I asked. My voice sounded strange to my own ears. "Busy," he said. "Getting ready for the Chicago trip." Chicago. He said it again. So easily. The lie felt like a knife in my chest. I just nodded. We had dinner. The food had no taste for me. I watched him eat. I watched him talk about his work. He looked like my Tom, the man I loved. But was he? Was this all an act? I felt like I was watching a stranger. The next 2 days were torture. I had to pretend. Everything was normal. I smiled. I talked. I helped him pack the last few things in his suitcase. He packed business suits, dark colors, for a conference in Chicago. He did not pack clothes for a sunny trip to Lisbon. I watched him. Every move, every word. He did not seem nervous. He was a good actor. The morning of his trip arrived. I drove him to the airport. The sky was gray. It looked like it might rain. My heart felt gray, too. At the airport, he turned to me. "Well, I guess this is it," he said. He hugged me. His hug felt different now. I felt cold. "I will call you every night," he said. "Okay," I whispered. He looked into my eyes. "I love you, Sophia." Did he? Did he really? I wanted to shout. I wanted to ask him about Isabella. I wanted to cry. But I didn't. I held all the pain inside me. I looked at him and said, "I love you too. Have a safe trip." I watched him walk away. He pulled his suitcase behind him. He walked towards the departure's gate. He did not look back. I sat in my car in the airport parking lot for a long time. The tears finally came. They streamed down my face. Hot tears of sadness and confusion. My quiet, happy life was a lie. My husband was on a plane. But he was not going to Chicago. He was going to Lisbon. With another woman. I drove home. The house felt huge and empty. The silence was deafening. I walked from room to room. I looked at our photos. A photo from our wedding. We looked so young and happy. A photo from a vacation we took. We were smiling on a beach. Was any of it real? For the first day, I did nothing. I sat on the sofa. I stared at the wall. My mind was a storm of thoughts and feelings. Sadness, anger, betrayal. I felt so stupid. So naive. How could I not see it? That evening, the phone rang. It was Tom. "Hi, love," he said. His voice was cheerful. "I'm here in Chicago. The hotel is nice. The flight was fine." I closed my eyes. The lies. So many lies. I had to continue my act. "That's good to hear," I said. My voice was flat. "Are you okay?" "You sound tired," he asked. "I'm fine," I said. "Just miss you." "I miss you too," he said. "I'll call you tomorrow." We hung up. I put the phone down. My hand was shaking. I could not do this. I could not sit here for 5 days, waiting for his fake phone calls. I needed to know the truth. I needed proof. I remembered his work. He said his company sent him. I decided to do something brave, or maybe something foolish. I don't know. I went to his home office. I found the number for his company's main office. My heart was pounding. What would I say? I took a deep breath and dialed the number. A woman answered. "Good morning, Miller & Co." "Hello," I said. I tried to keep my voice steady. "My name is Sophia Miller. I'm trying to reach my husband, Thomas Miller. I know he is at the conference in Chicago, but it's an emergency." I lied. My own lie felt bitter in my mouth. The woman sounded kind. "Oh, one moment, Mrs. Miller. Let me check for you." I heard her typing on a keyboard. The sound was so loud, in the quiet room. She came back on the line. Her voice was confused. "Mrs. Miller? I'm sorry, but there must be a mistake. There is no company conference in Chicago this week, and Mr. Miller is not on a work trip. Our records show he took 5 personal vacation days." Personal vacation days. The words hit me like a physical blow. It was not a work trip at all. He had planned this. He had lied about everything. "Oh," I whispered. "I see. Thank you. I must have the dates wrong. I'm so sorry to bother you." "It's no problem at all," she said. I hung up the phone. I stood there, in the middle of his office. The truth was clear now. Undeniable. He was not on a work trip. He was on a vacation. With Isabella Rossi. He had used his vacation days to be with her. The anger I felt was hot and sharp. It burned away the sadness for a moment. How could he do this to me? To our marriage? To our dreams of a garden with roses? I knew what I had to do. I could not live in this house of lies anymore. I could not be the quiet, waiting wife. I was Sophia, and I deserved the truth. I deserved respect. For the next 4 days, I did not sit and cry. I started to prepare. I went to the bank. I opened my own bank account. I moved half of the money from our joint savings account into my new account. It was my money, too. I had worked for it. I went to the bookstore and told my manager I needed to take some time off. She was very understanding. I called my sister. I hadn't told her anything was wrong, but I needed her. "Can I come and stay with you for a while?" I asked. I didn't explain why. "Of course, Sophia," she said immediately. "Is everything okay?" "I will tell you everything when I see you," I said. My voice broke a little. I packed a bag, not a suitcase for a vacation, just a bag with my clothes, my books, my things. Things that were mine, not ours. Every evening, Tom called, from Chicago. He told me about the fake meetings, the fake dinners. I listened. I said, "Okay." I said, "That's nice." My voice was a stranger's voice. I was just waiting. The day he was supposed to come home, I was ready. I did not pack up his things. I did not throw them out. I just left them. I wanted him to see what he had done. I left one thing on the kitchen table, the 2 flight tickets to Lisbon, the tickets I had taken from his coat pocket after he left. I placed them right in the middle of the table. Then I took my bag. I walked to the blue door. I opened it. I walked out. I did not look back. I got in my car and drove away from the quiet street, away from the house of lies. I never saw Tom again. He called my phone many times that evening. He left messages. He said he was sorry. He said he could explain. But what was there to explain? The tickets explained everything. My sister hugged me when I arrived at her house. I told her the whole story. I cried then. I cried for my lost love, for my broken dreams. But they were tears of release too. The secret was out. I was free. The next few months were hard. Very hard. I felt lost. Sad. Alone. But I was not living a lie anymore. And that was something. I started to heal. Slowly. One day at a time. I got my own small apartment. It was not a house with a garden, but it was mine. I filled it with books and with flowers. I bought myself yellow roses. I learned that I am stronger than I thought. I learned that being alone is not the worst thing. The worst thing is being with someone who makes you feel alone, who lies to you. My life is different now. It is not the quiet, pretty life I had before. It is sometimes loud, sometimes messy, but it is real. It is my life. I am Sophia, and I am finding my way. If you are listening to this and you feel that something is wrong in your life, please listen to that feeling. Trust your heart. Facing the truth is painful. It is scary. But living a lie is a heavy cage. You deserve to be free. You deserve respect. You deserve the truth. Be brave. It will be hard, but you can do it. You are stronger than you know.